All right. Yeah. So, part two of the demo for me. For me. So, we'll see how much longer is left on this demo of chapter 1 and 2, I think, is on the demo. So, we'll try to get to the rest of the demo this run through. Load. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Quick save. All right, there we go. Let me see. Go a little bit. There we go. There. There. Okay. Recap? All right, recap. We met Gene, moved to a new city. Once again, the cliche of the only human in an all dinosaur school. We met Sid and Cade. We got bullied. We had a boring day of school because he is incredibly homeschooled and does not know how to socialize or do the regular public school shit. Went home, found his overbearing helicopter parents that were reluctant to allow him to go to homeschool or public school in the first place. We had dinner. We're now in our room. That's pretty much it. Oh, and on the way home after the day of school, we totally ran the fuck over the love interest with our e-bike. So, great first impressions. All right, all caught up. As soon as I finished my plate, I excused myself and returned to my room to finish my homework. A shopper standing on level ground 800 feet from the base of a 250-foot tall department store. God, I hate Trig. And we've learned that this is probably going to be something that comes up because he doesn't know Trig is the Snoot versus version of the N word for Triceratops. So that's probably going to rear its ugly head sooner than later. Everywhere I look, I'm surrounded. To my left, trees. To my right, more trees. I don't know where I am or how I got here. Oh god, oh god, there we go. The last I remember is that I was riding my bike. I was on my way home and took a shortcut my GPS suggested. My bike ended up getting a flat, and now I'm lost, pushing around a 40-pound paperweight. What was that? Who's there? Hello? Oh shit. Ah! I snap upwards and frantically check for any missing limbs. Feet, yep, still attached to legs. Fingers exist. Arms too. My head is intact as well, just a little sweaty now. What a nightmare. I look over to my bedside for my alarm clock. The red LED tells me it's 6:30 a.m. School doesn't start until 8 and I don't need to leave until 7:30. I should probably squeeze in a little more sleep. Nah, you're dancing with fire then. You're up. Just have a productive morning. Or don't. Yeah, you're just going to be worse off now. So much for that plan. I guess I'll just go ahead and get up now and get ready. Yep. Some slaps to my cheeks and a good stretch helps me wake up. But my body feels like I'm moving through sludge. I hoist myself out of bed and meander my way to the bathroom. Time to get the day started. I just hope it goes better than yesterday and that nightmare wasn't a premonition. Clothes? Check. Teeth? Brushed. Homework? All done. With my bag packed and my morning prep done, I just need to make sure I do one last thing before I leave for school. Enjoy the most important meal of the day. Orange flavored beverage, soy product. Ew. The wafting smell of freshly made breakfast hits me as soon as I sit down at the table. Mom is already planting food for me. Oh, it's all gonna be weird. Vegan food. Dad sits in what I'm guessing will be his usual seat from now on, reading the newspaper, drinking his own coffee. Good morning, dear. Morning. Thanks, Mom. It looks great. Toast, scrambled eggs, and a few strips of bacon alongside some orange juice. I dig it immediately, chasing the food down with sweet drink in between bites. So good! That's just what I needed. It feels like my fatigue is washing away with every bite. Slow down, Gene. You're gonna choke if you eat too fast. Since it's rude to speak with your mouth full, I just nod in response. Honey, do you have any plans today? I was going to see about buying a car to hold us over until we get someone to install a charging station. What about you, dear? I thought I'd do a little online shopping today, see if I can find a new treadmill. I'm mostly concerned with how much the delivery fees are going to be considered how off the main road we are. What's wrong with the old one? The tread came loose during the move, and I'd rather just buy a new one than risk tripping outside over a pothole or something to find a handyman to fix it. While my parents continue their conversation, I finish off my breakfast and take my dishes to the sink. I'm off to school now. Be careful. Have a good day. There's the Cybertruck and the perfectly fine treadmill. Opening the garage door and wheeling up my bike, I'm ready for my second journey to school. Thankfully, now that I've gone to and from school twice, I shouldn't get lost again. And hopefully avoid any more collisions. Is he going to get in a bad habit of not locking his bike up and then it's going to get stolen? Just like my first day, a rainbow assortment of students are gathered in crowds out front or cramming themselves into the school building. On my way to the bike rack, I see a familiar face waiting for me. Well, well, if it ain't the human of the hour. Hey, Cade, what are you doing here? Waiting for you, of course. Still my job to watch over you until you get adjusted. Plus, you're a chill guy. Chill attracts chill type of deal. He looks at my bike, raising a brow. What the hell is that? It's my bike. Are you sure about that? Pretty sure. I park my ride in the rack and walk over to join him. You're not gonna lock it up? I don't have a lock with me. Besides, nobody touched it yesterday. It should be fine, right? If you say so. Come on, let's head inside. The hallways are much easier to traverse now compared to yesterday. I suppose the start of school had everybody riled up and excited. Oh hey, I meant to ask. How was your first day? Anything exciting happen? My mind goes back to just after school yesterday and the raptor girl I ran into. It'd be too embarrassing to admit that I nearly killed somebody right after the first day. Not really. Most of the classes were kind of boring. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's fine. Most of them were rough, but science was fun. I think her name was Miss Bonxia. Kay chuckles at my mispronunciation. Banksia, like bank. She's an awesome science teacher. I like how even they know I was gonna fuck that up. Are you in one of her classes? I am, but I take mostly AP courses. AP, that's advanced placement, right? Hey, check out the big brain on Gene. I want to stand out to colleges. The goal is to get a full ride, hopefully. Good grades will help, but if that doesn't work out, I can always try for a football scholarship. Speaking of, is the football good here? With me on the team, you bet. Though, I can't do much without my teammates. They're the real stars. I didn't peg you for a football fan, though. Cade's eyes light up and slaps me on the back. Dude, you should totally come watch us play sometime. See us in action. Our first game's coming up soon, you know. I have to admit, his enthusiasm is infectious. It's inspiring, really. Cade has so much passion for the sport and already has a plan set after high school. It makes me wonder what my plans after school should be. Do I really want to go to college? My mom and dad said that I should. With good enough grades, maybe I can get into somewhere nice and get a job like dad has, or maybe... Cade waves a hand in front of my face. Gene? Anybody home? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. So, what do you think of my offer? Offer? Oh! Yeah, totally. I'd love to come watch. Cade shows his excitement with a toothy grin. Hell yeah. I knew you were a cool guy. I'll make sure to let you know when our first game is. Wouldn't miss it for the world. He presents a scaly knuckle, and I return a gesture with a fist of my own. And with that, we have arrived at our homeroom. Catch you later. Deuces. As soon as football was mentioned, it was like he was an entirely different person. It was pretty obvious where his passion lies. Shit. Gene, you're blocking the doorway. Stop being insufferable first thing in the morning. Save it for after class starts. Miss Sauer's raspy and agitated voice calls from inside the room. Yes, ma'am. If she even is a ma'am, she's so wrinkly and old it's hard to tell. I see Sid is already in his spot and waving me over. Thankfully, his long neck makes him easy to spot. By the time I take my seat, the bell rings and Miss Sowers is standing in the front of the chalkboard. Today we will be memorizing the copyright information in your textbook. You'll be quizzed on this. Great. Oh well, I guess it's just homeroom, as always going to be. Surely today can't be as boring as yesterday. Actually, I got the feeling today's going to be great. Oh, you dumb bastard. It was not great. You good, bro? Judging by the voice, Kate has joined me at the table and is sitting next to me. Yeah, I'm good. I don't even have the energy to lift my head up all the way. Looks like a case of the sour sickness has claimed another student. Shame. The sour's what? What is that, like Lyme disease? Sour sickness. It's because she's boring. It's been labeled an epidemic. He leans in closer, quieting his voice. Rumor has it she's so old that the school was simply built around her, like some sort of artifact. It goes as far to say that the school imprisoned Miss Sowers, holding her very soul hostage. I sit up and glare at him. Maybe the sickness is her way of stealing my life force, because there's no way I should be this tired halfway through the day. Kate slaps the table and gives a hearty laugh. Who knows? It's just a theory. A focal theory. What are you two laughing about? Sid joins us at the table, taking a seat and sitting down with his salad. Kate was telling me about the sour sickness. Gene doesn't think it's real. Hey man, don't even joke about that sort of thing. Even though he usually has a stoic expression, Sid looks incredibly serious. I knew a guy who had an uncle whose cousin's friend's brother once had Sours class. Huh? He made a joke about her once, and he was never heard from again. Both Kay and I gulped, casting anxious glances at each other. Yeah, it was crazy. He moved out to the state of Vermont after he graduated and just never came back. Lunch table is also not pleased. The three of us couldn't keep it together more and burst out laughing. Aw man, I needed this. I'm grateful for lunch if it means more times like this. So how's your tour go yesterday? Did Kay take you to where where couples make out behind the bleachers? Wait, what? Relax, I'm only joking. Oh. Seriously, there is a spot where couples make out behind the bleachers. You know all about that, wouldn't you, Mr. Romantic? Sid here's a real ladies' man. Bagged his girlfriend way before anyone else. Speaking of the devil, here she comes now. Sid motions with a nod and I turn to see where he's looking. The sea of hungry students, part as a crimson gallimimus, strides over to our table. Legs for days. Hey boys. She drops into the open seat next to Sid, holding a salad, topped with what looks like venison. Oh yeah, they're omnivores. Gene, this is Moria. Her and Sid have been dating since freshman year. Sup? Nice to meet you. The pleasure's all yours. Sid lightly nudges Moira on the elbow and she playfully rolls her eyes. I'm just joking. Nice to meet you, Gene. If you ever need to dress a deer in record time, Moira's your gal. If you play your cards right, I may even give you a discount on your first order. Why would I ever need to put clothes on a deer? Oh boy, I know that look. I mean, cleaning one up to eat, not throwing it in a suit and tie. Ah. Is that where you were yesterday? I didn't see you in third period. Something like that. My dad needed all hands on deck to prep for hunting season, so I had half a day. Speaking of, looks like Jean is already dressed for it. Something that bright will definitely stand out in the woods. Dressed for what? I don't get it. You're wearing Hunter's orange, jackass. Ignore her. She's got a weird sense of humor. Moira shrugs and tears away at her venison with her beak. Moira comes from a family of hunters. You get used to it after a while. Moira's dad runs one of the butcher shops in town. It's the freshest meat this side of the state. As locally sourced as you ever get, right out of your backyard and onto our hooks. We can't eat meat, but I'm sure they probably have something you'll enjoy. Now that it's mentioned, Dad did enjoy that deer jerky he bought while we were moving. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. So, what are you guys talking about? I was just telling Gene about the makeout spot behind the bleachers in case he ever gets a girl. Oh, you mean the one behind the west steps? Me and Sid were just there after second period. Sid nearly chokes on his salad while he tries to regain his casual stoic composure. We all get a good laugh at his expense. Crap, I gotta get going. Everything okay? Yeah, it's all good. Just gotta go meet someone. Let me guess. His name starts with a C and reeks of pure testosterone. Cade shoots Moria the same look he gave Sid yesterday. When I look at him in confusion, Sid just shakes his head. Mora. Okay. Mario. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Wait. Eyes up, quarterback. What was that? A bulky, short-armed dinosaur walks up to the table, looking impressed by his own throw. He looks kind of familiar. You got little arms, little arms. Nice reflexes, newbie. Act like that in the field, and you'll be a quarter as good as me someday. Get it? Because you're a quarterback. What the actual fuck is wrong with you, you mongoloid? You could have hurt someone. Judging by the noise someone made, I think he did. Hey now, I'm sure Carter didn't mean it. Like hell he didn't. Still, I'm surprised he even hold a ball with arms like that, let alone throw one. You shut your beak, Red. My doctor says they're average size for my species. Hey, don't talk to her that way. The tension in the air so thick it probably stop a train. Starting to see another pattern at lunch that I'm not sure I'm fond of. Cade's mouth is agape, speechless as he looks between Carter and Sid. Or what, Pincushion? You got something to say? Want a reminder of what happened to Jimmy over the summer? Cade stands up and gets between everyone, trying to placate both sides. Guys, can we all just calm down for a second, talk about this? Talk about what? All heads turn as the new girl walks up to the table. Ooh. With a hand on her hip, she flips her hair and looks us all up and down. Nothing, babe. Just having some fun with the new QB until those losers showed up. But we were already sitting here. The girl who I'm guessing is Carter's girlfriend locks on to Moria, looking at her with a snide grin. Mara Blaskowitz. It's good to see you again. Nice to see you too, Veronica. I see you made it back from Colorado. How's the snow? Did you even feel it since you're such a frigid bitch? His attention is drawn from Carter and Sid over to the verbal brawl brewing. Not at all. The new winter wardrobe I bought made sure I stayed warm and stood out. By the way, I just love your shirt. Beady Dubs flannel. It's so in season. You're totally nailing the country bumpkin yokel look. Very mobile home chick. Chic. Where'd you get it? One of the park tables? As if you actually care where it came from. Veronica gasped as if she was insulted, holding a hand at her chest. Of course I do. I need to tell my dad where to buy more tablecloths for the summer. Considering your taste in fashion, I figure you know where I can find some. Cade shoots Mora a look as if silently begging her to back down, but I don't think that's happening. Why? Do you plan on gorging yourself on jock jerky, or is the mongoloid no longer your main source of protein? Did you move on to the rest of the football team? Veronica clenches her jaw, and both Sid and Mora grin in satisfaction. Our peaceful lunch has turned into a war of wits and catty clapbacks. Carter leans past Veronica with a smug look on his face. Joke's on you, losers. My girl's on a diet and can't have any meat right now. Well, not all meat's off the menu, ain't that right, babe? Smack him! Yeah, domestic violence. Veronica slaps Carter in the chest hard enough that I can hear it over the lunchroom chatter. Even he looks surprised. Shut. Veronica takes a deep breath to compose herself. If you must know, our tablecloth flew away the other day and we couldn't find it. Looks like you did, though. I guess what they say is true about another person's trash being someone's new outfit for the school year. Maura and Veronica stare at each other down, neither of them willing to concede to the other. Is this what bullying is? Should I say something? Maura and Sid seem to be holding their own, and Cade's already tried breaking it up. Before I can make the decision, the pink aggressor sets her eyes on me with a grin. Well, well, who's this? You must be the new kid I've heard about. I guess. My name's Gene. I just moved here from the city a few days ago. Shut up, really? Well, but you just asked. You don't look like a city kid. You certainly don't dress like one. But what's that supposed to mean? Orange is a good look on you, Jim. Compliment your eyes. She's smiling right at me, but I can't tell if she's being serious or not. What'd she call me, Jim? Wow, hey, would you look at the time? We really have to get going now. Want to keep the coach waiting, right? You remember last time we were late to practice, right, Carter? Carter smug face grimaces, and he shivers at whatever thought comes to mind. Ah, but we were having such a lovely conversation. Oh well, sis la vie. Veronica snaps her fingers and Carter falls in next to her. Come on, Carter. I can show you the new routine I've been learning. As fast as they appear, the duo of foul-mouthed students walk away. Well, that was fun. About as fun as getting an arrow in your knee. Look, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Carter's just under some pressure as the team captain since our first game is coming up. And Veronica has a lot on her plate too since her mom remarried. I'll talk to them, okay? Promise. This won't happen again. Oh, it's gonna keep happening. Packing up his bag, Kay gives us one final wave goodbye before he goes after the snobby Surians. Before I can even process anything, Maura and Sid let out heavy sighs. What just happened? Congratulations. You just met the popular kids. Is that what they are? Something like that. The guy with the baby arms? That's Carter. He thinks he's hot shit if you couldn't tell. Unfortunately, he kind of is since he's the captain of the football team. And the carnivorous cunt is Veronica, his girlfriend, and de facto leader of their little group. Maura rolls her eyes any harder, I swear they'll probably fall out of her head. There's a whole group of them? The prospect of having to deal with more than just those two is going to make me dread lunch now. Sid must have noticed my fears because he gives me a reassuring look. Don't worry about them, man. The rest are just cannon fodder. They're small time, and harmless on their own without those two to tell them what to do. Exactly. Take it from me, it's the pastel princess you have to watch out for. If she gives you any shit, just let us know. Thanks, I'll try to keep clear of them. Smartest decision you'll ever make. By the way, you may want to eat your lunch fast, Gene. Who knows how long those jackasses wasted our time. Now that she mentions it, she's right. I was so distracted by what just happened that I haven't even touched my food. Just as I pick up my sandwich, the bell signals the end of lunch. Aw, man. Them's the breaks, bud. School's almost over anyway, just save it for later. Here, this will keep it fresh. Mara reaches into her bag, takes out a tub of what looks like a butter substitute, sliding it over to me. You've never guessed it's not actually a butter substitute. How's this supposed to help? It's empty. We reuse the containers instead of throwing them away. Just ignore the stains on the inside. I never would have considered reusing something like this. I guess you really do learn something new every day. Thanks. After we left the cafeteria, we each split up to head our final classes of the day. With the drama that just went down, I'm looking forward to science. When I get to the classroom, Miss Banksia is standing at the door greeting everyone as they enter. Good afternoon, Miss Banksia. And a wonderful afternoon to you as well, Jean. May I help you with anything? No, ma'am, just on my way to your class. Uh-oh. Did Mom call the school because we were playing with chemicals? Miss Banksia frowns and looks at me in confusion. I'm sorry, Jean. You're not in my class today. What? What? Oh dear, did you not know? Stay here while I look up your class schedule. What does she mean I don't have her class today? Did Mom fucking call and interfere and get me pulled from her class? I've been looking forward to it ever since homeroom. First I had to sit through 2 brain-numbing teachers, then lunch was a disaster, and now this? Wait, was I supposed to go to math class today? Would Mr. Johnson even tell me I was supposed to be in his class today? What about my 3rd period? I don't even remember going to it. In the middle of my minor panic, Miss Banksia returns and hands me 2 pieces of paper. One is a yellow sticky note shaped like a lizard, and the other is a new copy of my class schedule. See? You've got literature today, Jean. We operate on an A and B during this... Oh, okay, they have... That's what I had in high school. We had an A and B schedule. Yesterday was an A day, so today is a B. What the heck? Kind of weird public school craziness. I went ahead and wrote you an excuse note. Just make sure to give it to your teacher. Thank you, Miss Banksia. I can't help but feel bummed out. After everything that's happened, I don't even get to finish this lousy day off by doing something fun or cool. Ah, cheer up, dear. You'll be back to playing with fire and dangerous acids in no time. With a smile, Miss Banksia sends me off down the hall and off to my actual final class of the day. Does that mean he just went to like half his wrong classes and he doesn't even know? Is he gonna like get sloughing sent to his parents like, hey, your kid didn't show up to fucking class today? The bell is already rung and the door shut. As I get ready to knock on the door, I read the name of the sign stuck to it. Mr. Stanley. I knock twice and wait for a response. Come in. If you want to be a writer, you must do 2 things above all others. Read a lot and write a lot. Stay go king. Okay. Posters of poets, writers, and influential figures with their famous quotes plaster the walls. Leaning against the teacher's desk is an elderly dino with a mustache. A kind grin plastered on his face. You're 6 minutes late to class, young man. I sure hope you have a good reason. Yes, sir. I hand him the note from Miss Banksia, and he takes a second to read it. Works for me. Let's just not make a habit of it, shall we? Thank goodness. I thought for a second there I might have been in trouble. So while I have you here, why don't you introduce yourself to class? Aw, man, not again. I straighten my... Oh, is this going to be the one class where we have the love interest in? I straighten my posture, face the class, and it's just as I've practiced time and time again. Hello, my name's Jean Rowell, but you can just call me Jean. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Thank you, Jean. You can take an open seat near the back. The teacher gives me an approving nod and gestures me to take my seat. Now, as I was saying before, welcome to literature. My name's Mr. Stanley. It's my job to help make sure you young, brilliant minds see their full potential. As such, in the next coming weeks, you'll be diving into creative writing. But first, today we'll be discussing some of what makes a captivating story. Why, when I was younger, I was once writing a story about a young newspaper boy. And it's all white noise now. Mr. Stanley seems like a nice enough teacher, but there's no way I can focus. The toll of the day has hit me like a train and I feel exhausted. I guess it wasn't just a joke and the sour sickness is actually real. I'm curious if there's any other crazy rumors about this place. I still need to try and at least look like I'm paying attention. But the teacher's voice is almost putting me to sleep with how calm it is. He's almost like a warm and welcoming grandpa. He'd be my dino daddy. Before I fall asleep, something brings me back to surface level awareness. Why is my neck suddenly so warm? Is the heat turned on or something? I drag my palm over my nape to wipe it away, but the warmth still persists. And now I feel it on the back of my hand too. At this point, it feels like someone is literally breathing down my neck. Ah, there we go. Turn around and see if anyone else is having a hot flash. When I do, I come face to face with a pink and white raptor who looks ready to gut me. Wait a second, she looks like you. Her hushed voice is raspy with rage. Oh crap. It is her, the girl I ran into yesterday. Literally. Hey, don't. You gotta be. Yep, you got it. Don't mind me. I whip back around at Mock. Don't piss off that raptor. Okay, let's just focus back on what the teacher is saying. Maybe if I just ignore her, she'll stop being mad at on her own. Oh, buddy, no, that's not how that works. The clock on the wall says class is almost over. I've looked over my shoulder a couple of times to check the time, and every time I did, she was still boring holes into my skull. Maybe this time? Nope, still furious. If anything, she looks like she's gotten madder and madder every time I turn around. If things stay like this, I'll need to invest in a watch. And there's our bell. That'll be it for today, everyone. Make sure to fill out your worksheets for next class. The class scurries to put away their books, and from the corner of my eye, I see that girl get up and leave without hesitation. For someone who looked like she wanted to break my neck, she left in a hurry. If I'm fast enough, maybe I could catch up to her. With school over, I can try to apologize properly for what happened. I hastily try to catch up, but as soon as I leave the room, a long and blue neck almost clotheslines me. Sid, watch where you're swinging that thing. You wouldn't run in a mechanic shop. Why do it in a school? This isn't a mechanic shop. But still, good point. Sorry. Looking to both my left and right, I don't see the raptor anywhere. Dang it. Mora, who seemingly appears behind Sid, chimes in. Looking for somebody? Yeah, but I don't know where she went. Well, what'd she look like? Maybe we can help. That's true, it's only my second day, but these two have been going here for years. Surely they know something. Pink and white scales, feather thin on top of her head. She looked like she wanted to tear my head off during the entirety of class. Sid and Mora look at each other, sigh, and shake their heads. What? Yeah, we know who that is. Looks like you met Taylor. You know her? She nods plainly. Sorta. Me and her used to be good friends. I saw her outside this morning before school started. She was yelling about some turbo-tismoid fuckwad. Almost killed her on her way home yesterday. No offense. That same wash of guilt I felt yesterday washes back into my stomach. I'm guessing that was you. It was an accident. I wasn't paying attention, and we ran into each other. I've been wanting to apologize since it happened, but she wouldn't let me say anything when it happened. Then I saw her in class, and she just kept glaring at me and growled every time I turned around. So I figured I'd try again after school to apologize. Yep, sounds like Taylor. She's not exactly the friendliest girl around. Especially if you've done something to piss her off directly. Ah. Hey, don't worry too much about it. Besides, you're the least of her concerns right now. What do you mean? Seems like she lost one of her notebooks. Says it happened yesterday. It's pretty important to her, and now it's missing. At least that's what we've heard. It could just be a coincidence. The guilt I was feeling already feel the guilt I was already feeling turns into a swirling pit of anxiety in my gut. Oh no. Sid places a claw on my shoulder and tries to cheer me up. Don't worry about it, bud. Mistakes happen. Now, I would say it's easy to make things up with her and reach common ground, but I've yet to see that happen. Peacefully, at least. Mora places a finger on her beak and thought. If you ever want to try and catch her outside of class, she usually hangs out in the nature trails behind the school. But maybe you should wait for her to cool off first. You might lose a hand otherwise. Good idea. Thanks, you two. Sid looks down at his phone and nudges Mora with an elbow. Now that school's done for the day, I gotta head to the shop to help my parents. Want to come with? Sure, I'll hang around and watch for a bit. Once the season starts, I won't have much time to stop by once I'm elbow deep in the next art piece in between shifts. Art piece? Do you paint, Mora? Something like that. Mora's a wannabe taxidermist. Whatever they don't use for meat, her dad lets her keep for practice. There's nothing quite like the feeling of capping a fresh deer skull, like pulling off gloves on a hot summer day. Mora looks upward in longing, peering as if she gained such sudden appetite for something. I'm starting to get the sneaking suspicion that most of the dino girls here are crazy. Or at the very least, wild personal issues. Don't worry. She only uses already dead things. Kind of how the whole taxidermy thing works. I like to get my hands messy, just not in engine oil. As if blood stains are easier to scrub off. Sid smirks at her tiny attempts at banter, and Mora elbows him. They're an odd couple, but definitely complement each other. Catch you later, Gene. And good luck. I wave goodbye as they leave. I'm left alone with this uneasy feeling in my gut still. I'm willing to bet maybe he has the notebook in his backpack. Not only did I run the Taylor, but I might have made her lose something important. I really want to go and apologize, but I should probably listen to Mora's advice for now. Maybe she just needs her space and I'm pestering her. Whatever the reason, there's no point in me hanging around. Home it is. His bike's gone. No, damn it. It's gonna happen. Awfully quiet today, Gene. Something on your mind? You've hardly touched your Mexican food. I've ordered your favorite. Are you not hungry? I flashed her on a false smile to rid my parents of any suspicion. I'm fine. I was just thinking about all the homework I have to do tonight. Even though I finished most of it earlier to take my mind off things. I don't like lying to my parents, but I don't want a repeat of last night. Glad to see you focus on your studies, son. But if you don't eat soon, your case dilly will get cold. Your quesadilla will get cold. Yes, Dad. I take a bite of the now soggy Mexican food my mom had Dino Dash for dinner. Oh, that reminds me. I made another new friend today, and her dad works at the local butcher shop. My mom frowns and wipes her face. Just like with football, the idea of a butcher seems too violent for her delicate sensibilities. Dad, on the other hand, has turned his full attention towards me. You don't say. And I was worried we'd have to get our meal through drone delivery. Maybe you can ask your friends for some sort of discount? I'm sure you can work out some deal between the two of you. As much as Dad was focused on business, he was also a fan of cutting costs where he could. I look over at the shelf with our family photos. One of them is my dad shaking hands with some foreign businessman. Something about securing the land rights to a park and putting in a hydroelectric dam. Speaking of deals, I managed to find a car for less than $100,000, a Lamborghini Estate. It's not quite as geometric as I was hoping for, but it gets the job done. That's great news, dear. It'll be delivered by tomorrow afternoon through Carnivore. Already paid and signed for. Hey, Dad. Yes? Can I still ride my bike to school? Both of my parents look at each other before turning to me. Honey, we're getting a new car. You don't need to do that anymore. We can just drop you off and pick you up. No, but... I know, but... But what? I just like riding my bike to school. I didn't get a chance to use it in the city. Besides the fresh air and all the exercise I get from riding it, has health benefits. Please. Dad sits his fork down, thinks for a minute, looking at Mom in silent discussion before he sighs. If anything happens to that bike, it's your responsibility. Yes, thank you, Dad. Yeah, now eat your dinner. You have homework to finish before bed. Reaching the seclusion of my room, I flop onto my bed and stare at the blank ceiling. My hands creep up my face, hoping to rub away some of the lingering anxiety from this afternoon. My parents drive me to and from school. I won't get a chance to see my friends after. I may not even see Taylor again outside of literature, and if I do run into her again, not literally this time, maybe I can catch her in a better mood and actually apologize. Maybe I can tell her I'll pay her back, buy her a new notebook. Maybe I can tell her I'll pay her back and buy her a new notebook. It's pretty important to her, and now it's missing. I wonder what's so important about a notebook anyway. Whatever, I'll just finish my literature homework and go to bed. It's gonna be in your backpack. Yeah. Getting up from my bed, I walk over to my backpack and dig around for the assignment I shoved in it. Where is it? Oh, to heck with it. Turning the bag upside down, I dump the contents onto the floor. There's the red notebook right there. It's a clutter mess for future Jean to clean up later. With one final shake, the last thing falls out is a little brown book. Hang on, I don't remember ordering this one for school. Picking it up for a closer inspection, it's well worn with the edges chewed and the cover scratched. Flipping it over, I see a piece of paper with the inscribed name Taylor Swan taped to it. This isn't my notebook. This is her notebook. It's the notebook. Oh, shoot. I must have picked it up by accident after we ran into each other. Maura said this notebook was important to Taylor, but it looks like it's about to fall apart if I breathe too hard near it. I wonder why. What's in here? I know it's really not my place to even open a page, but maybe it can help me understand her a little better. Leave it be. Come on, Gene, you know better than that. I've already caused enough trouble as it is. There's no need to breach your privacy. Besides, judging from how this thing looks, I'm starting to get an idea it must mean something to her. She must use it a lot for it to be in this sort of shape. We gotta earn that trust. I placed it delicately on my dresser so I can put it back in my bag in the morning. If I don't see her again tomorrow, I'll have to wait for her next B day. But at least I found it. Man, this whole Taylor dilemma has really gotten to me. Crashing into her on my first day here was bad enough, but having to deal with this pink raptor girl and her odd little book is something else. I guess I should have expected something like this would happen in such a new place. Not to mention the stress of schoolwork and all these new interactions. This isn't another family vacation, that's for sure. As I back away, a sheet of paper crumbles under my foot. That's my homework. The introduction of poetry and its history. Oh, hey, there's my homework. Maybe things are starting to get better already. The morning came and went in the same monotonous way as the past 2 days. Miss Sowers torturing us with another random quiz first thing in the morning. And Mr. Johnson informing us not to shorten math terms unless we want a repeat of the cafeteria accident. It's a boring routine, but I think I've finally settled into it. The first half of my day might be rough, but at least I can always look forward to lunch with everyone. That, and at the end of the day, after one more class. And even better, today's an A day on the class schedule, so I'm back in science with McBanksia. Instead of having class inside today, however, me and my fellow academic learners are outside. Smell the fresh air, class. In a few short weeks, all this beautiful scenery will shift into next seasonal form. Like a butterfly leaving its cocoon. With that in mind, I thought we'd do something fun for today's assignment instead of staying cooped up inside. Gather your trowels and those pots of soil. It's flower scavenging time. The class bursts into equal parts cheers and groans. The latter from those who didn't want to get their hands dirty. Not me, though. This is what I've been waiting for. Your goal today is to bring back 3 different types of flowers. The more diverse, the better. Now each of you will pair up with a partner for your hunt. Steven, you'll be with Lindsay. Daniel, you'll be with Lindsay. Daniel, you're with Thomas. Jean, you'll be with Hope. I'm not sure who Hope is, but I hope she's as enthusiastic as I am about this assignment. As an added bonus, any student able to bring the flower on your handout sheet receives extra credit on their next test. Yes, awesome. I finally get to stretch my legs and put all those hours of watching nature documentaries to use. Take to the areas around school, but don't go too far, kids. You have until the end of class to complete your task. The students hustle out in groups with their respective partners, excited to just be outside. Hey, Baldylocks, over here. My attention is drawn to a girl staring down at her phone, her free hand waving me over. I guess that's my partner for today. I walk over to meet her, and I'm greeted by a loud pop of chewing gum. Hope, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Jean. Uh-huh. Okay. So I was thinking we might want to find the good flowers. We'll need to get on... If we want to find the good flowers, we'll need to go out one of those trails. We'll probably find more diverse plants if we stay around this. We probably find more if we stay around this area. Not to brag or anything, but I can pick some pretty good flowers. I can point them out and you can help me dig them up. That way both of us get the benefit from hard pass. Excuse me? I don't do dirt. I tell you what though, you go ahead and I'll stay over here and I'll look for an IndyCar, whatever it is, okay? But we're supposed to look together. Finally, Hope looks up from her phone and it just hits me with a blank stare. Miss Banksia said we have to pair up, not work together. But isn't that the same thing? We get this done faster if we work together. Before I can protest further, Hope slithers away while entranced by her phone. What is with these girls? Is it a dinosaur thing? Is she even a dinosaur? Oh well. While most of my classmates take to the front and sides of the school, I take to the rear by myself. Winding and beating paths penetrate deep into the untamed thicket. The nature trail well trammed by the state of the ground. I might be down a helping hand, but I've got a general idea of what to look for. After all, I just need a few flowers. Should be easy enough. It wasn't long before I was wholly engulfed by the towering trees and dense shrubbery. Flowers here, flowers there, but none seem to match one on the photo so far. I've already shoved a handful of pastel perennials into my hoodie's pocket, though. The deeper I delved, the more I found. I've definitely got more than enough, but I would like that extra credit if possible. As I walk further down the trail's path, I can't help but take in the sights and smells around me. I experience glimpses of this kind of peaceful solitude during family trips, but this time, I'm actually on my own. No parents telling me to slow down so I don't trip or telling me I can't lift a rock to see a cool bug. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've gone anywhere like this without having to tell my parents where I'm going. Huh. This little taste of freedom sure is sweet. I could get used to this. Okay, so maybe I had too much taste of freedom. I have no idea where I'm at. Everything's starting to look the same no matter which way I go. I think I've seen that rock 4 times now. With no defining landmarks, it's hard to tell where I've been. Saw in a documentary once that moss grows towards civilization, but everything here is basically covered in moss. Maybe if I keep headed this way, I'll eventually find the path back again and... Bap! Whoa, what the heck? What is this thing? It's a little too fluffy to be a flower. And the shape of it's kind of pointy. Whatever it is, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the subtle off coloring of the one side. The tasteful shade of raspberry pink. Oh my god, it smells amazing. I wonder if some sort of exotic vine that was planted here. Maybe the flower I'm looking for is the top of it. If I couldn't find it at ground level, maybe it's in the trees. Those documentaries I've watched have shown that some plants grow on exotic vines like this, so who knows? So I double checked the handsheet and look. They do look the same, similar in color at least. It's not the exact shade or shape, but it might be my best shot. I shouldn't hurt to give it a try, I guess. I give a strange bloom a tug and... Ouch! The voice yelps up above the branch and I immediately let go. Suddenly, a pink and white snout swings downwards, stopping a few inches from my face. Who the fuck? Oh, great. It's you. Again. Looks like I'm just cursed to keep running into this girl in situations like this. Except this time we're at eye level. Her knees locked around the branch and her body is hanging upside down like a bat. What the hell do you think you're doing? I didn't mean it, I swear. It's not what it looks like. What it looks like is the same stupid fuck that almost killed me is going around pulling tails. I'm surprised she hasn't latched onto my face with her teeth yet, considering how mad she is. Look, I'm really sorry. I had no idea that was your tail. Yeah, right. She rolls her eyes, which in this case makes her look down at the ground. Honestly, I thought I was in some exotic vine or something. Had I known, I swear I wouldn't have pulled on it. Considering how stupid you'd have to be to pull on a dino's tail, I actually believe you. Glad we sorted that out. Maybe now we can talk things out without me having to worry about losing my head. So, you're Taylor, right? She looks back at me and narrows her eyes. Well, good fucking job. The retard might actually be a detective. How'd you figure that out, shitlock? Your friends mentioned your name yesterday after literature. Oh, great. More people talking behind my back? Just what I needed. Think Jean diffused the situation. But how? Every time I try to say something, I just make her angrier. This is my fault ever since I ran into her and... Oh yeah, I still have her notebook. I guess that's... Now's as good a time as ever to extend an olive branch. If she's going to tear my head off anyway, I might as well die with a clear conscience. Hey, I think I found something of yours. I set down my bag, shuffle through the pockets. Pulling out the brown book, I hold it up for her to see. Her face instantly relaxes and her eyes open with shock. You found my notebook? Where the hell was it? I swipe my palm across my forehead in sweet relief. No face tearing for the time being, it looks like. It was when we crashed I picked it up by mistake with my other books. With surprising elegance, Taylor drops from her perch and snatches the book from my hands. She brings it close to her chest in a deep squeeze and breathes a sigh of relief. Her eyes return to me, lacking her usual fury, but instead replaced with a look of scrutiny. It took you this long to return it? Seriously? I only realized I had it yesterday. I've been meaning to give it back to you if I saw you again. I'm really sorry about the whole thing. Her face crunches up in deep thought. All right, I believe you. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Thank goodness. But just this one time, that's all you get. I'll take it. Again, though, I'm really sorry. Running into you, accidentally taking your book, pulling your tail, all of it. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but whatever. It's fine. Just stop saying you're sorry so much. It's getting annoying. You got it. I'm Jean, by the way. I know, I heard you yesterday. She folds the already worn, torn book, stressing its spine more, and tucks it into her pocket. What are you doing out here anyway? Oh, I was doing some flower hunting. I need a few samples for science. Let me guess. Miss Banksia class, right? Before I can say anything, she swipes the printout I was holding and scans over it. Yeah, I know what this is. This way, Baldy. Leaving no room for response, she strides off the path, forcing me to follow. How many do you have to get? 3, but the one in the photo is extra credit. She stops, turns to face me again. And how many do you have? 3. I take out the crushed flowers from my hoodie, and the look of horror on Taylor's face immediately lets me know I messed up. Heck, even I can tell this won't work. Dude, what the fuck? You can't just shove them in your pockets like that. She sighs and shakes her head. Come on, we'll find you new ones. After leading me along for a minute, we finally come to a stop. Taylor pulls away some tall weeds next to her bag, and beneath it is a bunch of purple and yellow flowers. See this one? It's called a pansy. It's kind of like you, short enough to be snuffed out by tall grass if you don't know where to look. Aha, very funny. Still, that's pretty amazing. You just knew it was there? She shrugs and nonchalance, bending down to pick the flower. I spent a lot of time out here. You learn a thing or two. She paces off again, waving for me to follow her to the next batch. This orange one here blooms late spring and the fall. They don't do so well in colder weather. Taylor picks it, bringing it up to her snout and giving it a sniff. When she's done, a fake grin crosses her face. Huh, so she can smile. What's it smell like? Kind of like a ripe apple. Here, try it. I take the flower and bring it up to my nose as well. Holy crap, you're right. Yeah, no shit. I usually am. I wish they bloomed more throughout the year, though. They're one of my favorites, but oh well. She flaps the paper to read it once more. As for the last one, you need something impressive. Let's see. Her eyes squint at the image of the handout before glaring at me. Did you seriously think this looks like my tail? Well, the color looks the same. She heaves a massive sigh. Let me show you just how wrong you are. We double backwards the path we deviated from and stop at a tree with plants sprouting from the base. Pointing down at the flowers growing, I step past Taylor to get a better look. While the flower shape is similar, the color is striking azure blue instead of pink. Not to mention everything else regarding size and texture is way off mark too. Leaning past me, Taylor picks up a handful and holds them right in my face. This is your extra credit. I can feel my ears burn with embarrassment. Oh, jeez. Hey Taylor, look, I'm sorry. She puts up a hand, ushering me to stop. What did I say about I'm sorry shit? At this point, I'm kind of used to you being a fuck up. Dumping the assortment of plants into my arms, she turns back to the tree she left from. Call us even. You helped me, I helped you. Oh, really? Thanks. I follow after again and we make it back to the tree I first found her in. Reaching one hand up, Taylor grabs a branch and starts pulling herself upwards. Using her feet, she sinks her claws into the bark of the tree and hoists herself up. Wowzers. Those things look dangerous. I need to make sure not to be in the receiving end of her built-in sickles. Reclaiming her perch, she stares down at me. Try not to crush those. I'm not helping you look for more if you do. Thanks again, Taylor. Yeah, don't mention it, Skintard. Just don't ever pull my tail again. Skintard, that's a new one. Either way, Taylor's been a massive boon. I guess I have one more thing to ask for help with. Do you know how to get out of here? She scoffs and points in a direction. Just keep heading in that direction and you'll get back out. You're a lifesaver. Thanks. Hey! As I pivot, her voice pulls my attention once more. Thanks, really. For the book, I mean. A warm smile decorates her beak. Funnily enough, I can't seem to control my smile either. You're welcome. Now get the fuck out of here before the bell rings. You're ruining my vibe with your bright-ass bald head reflecting sunlight. Good point. I don't know how long I've been out here, and I don't want the class to think I went missing. Later, Gator. I'm a raptor, you dense mother... I rushed out of the ground so fast I didn't hear her finish the insult. As soon as I returned, I joined my fellow students who were all standing behind Miss Banksio. It looks like everyone has presented their findings, including my partner. Hope is glaring at me like I just drowned her goldfish, holding up a handful of what looks like weeds from the sidewalk. Welcome back, Jean, and just in time. Care to show us what you managed to find? I'm going to show the special flower. My goodness. It's Symphroconum Lave. I don't know. I'm not even going to try. A what now? A smooth aster. It's a hardy plant that can bloom all the way in the winter. Show the yellow. A marigold. Great timing on finding this one. These will be rare to find once season changes. A pansy. Such a beautiful flower in striking colors. Good find, Jean. Thanks for showing me those, Jean. How on earth did you manage to find the aster? My printer ran out of blue ink and for some reason used red instead. Just having a lucky day, I guess. I say, you're the only one to bring some back, which leaves you our flower hunt winner. Miss Banksia claps her hands and a few students join in lazily, while others sneer at me in disdain. You mean we won, right? I'm his partner. And Jean did all the work, it seems. I don't reward laziness, Hope. But I totally grabbed stuff too. Hope, dear, that's grass. That doesn't count. Oh, fine, whatever. This is stupid anyways. Dumb stupid flowers, dumb stupid beer chucker. Before I can even comment, the bell rings and signals the end of the school day. Man, they're really casual with the human racism at this school. Go ahead and return the classroom. Get your belongings, everyone. I'll make sure to plant all those beautiful flowers you delivered. Make sure to have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again Friday. I give Miss Bixia a wave goodbye that she cheerily returns, and I head back into the school. Unlike everyone else, I brought my bag along so I can head home and avoid most of the after-school hall crowds. I'd wait for my friends, but everyone said they'd be busy after school today, so maybe I can just get out of the parking lot without almost getting ran over. Returning to the bike rack, I find my reliable ride right where I left it this morning, still in its safe place and secure. Well, mostly secure. I should probably invest in a bike lock soon, just in case. As I start this leave, I spot Mora and Sid in the distance climbing into the bed of a pickup truck driven by a gruff-looking adult. Probably Mora's dad, considering he doesn't look like a blue spaghetti noodle like Sid. The two give me away from afar, and I return the farewell gesture before leaving the property and pulling out onto the main road. As I come to a stop at one of the four-way intersections, a sharp whistle behind me makes me turn my head. A pink blur whizzes past me down the street, the Raptor girl once again on her longboard navigating the potholes. Taylor gives me a wave, and before I can give one back, she's gone around the corner and is out of sight. There she goes again, gone in the blink of an eye. At least this time, we didn't run into each other. I'm glad I managed to return her notebook today. Maybe now I can get through the school year without getting mauled. Autumn is pretty much in full effect now. The town and its surroundings are enveloped by a beautiful motley of yellows, reds, and browns. The trees have all changed from a uniform green to match the season too, as each leaf on the ground is just as crunchy as the next. It's a simple but serene beauty that I can't help but admire. Honestly, I find myself wishing I'd gotten a taste of it sooner in life. And I can't forget about the weather. Overnight, a cool blast of air assaulted the town, shifting it away from the lust of the summer heat into crisp fall. Before leaving the house this morning, I had to rush back inside to put on an extra layer. Just a shirt and a hoodie might not cut it for now. Thinking back, I remember how the dinos that live in the city combat the cold weather. They would bundle up with layers and layers of fabric, and the city supplied basking spots for those who couldn't handle the frigid air. They just hang around fucking heat lamps. That actually makes sense. The dinos here, however, seem more adjusted to the climate. Cade's a perfect example. When a cold wind blows that makes me shiver, he doesn't even flinch. Man, I'm so happy school's out finally. Nothing quite like the weekend to help wind down after a long week. You're telling me I had a chance to catch up with all my work. Falling behind already? Thankfully not. English class is no joke. Who knew that writing all those things would be the class I end up getting the most assignments in? Yeah, the teachers don't play at Falkle. You can always count on them to give enough homework to last all the way to graduation. I'm still trying to wrap my head around math myself. I can always tutor you if you need it. I might not be the best help though, but at least we can work out together. You serious? I'm definitely going to hold you to that. I could use the help. Math's the only AP class I'm not taking. I've always been a better talker than a number cruncher. I'd be more than happy to help. Thanks, man. I mean it. With you in my corner, maybe I won't catch senioritis. Senioritis, is that another disease like sour sickness? Cade slaps a palm on his face and laughs. No, dude, it's just a term for seniors that get lazy. A lot of people don't know their plans after high school, so they just do the bare minimum the closer it gets to graduation. They think that since it's almost over, they can just cruise through it. Hence the itis of seniors. Now you're getting it. How are your classes going? It's been a few weeks since you got here. Cade's right. Surprisingly, time flew by since my first day. I've already been living in Falkle and attending the school for 3 weeks now. Thankfully, I can always say with confidence that I am acing all my subjects. This ain't nothing, getting by. I have no choice to move into the woods for the remaining of the year, live as wild man. I'm gonna say his forced habits of the overbearing parents would actually probably make him good at studying. So we're gonna go with that. It doesn't seem like he's off his parents' leash and going crazy. I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. I struggled the first week, but I've settled in pretty nicely. It's nothing like homeschool, at least. Well, all in all, it's going well, I think. Nothing I can't handle. Kay's eyes widened as he nodded with approval. Oh, very nice, Gene. They definitely don't make it easy here. It's a public school, but the teachers really care about their students. And by care, I mean assign gross amounts of work. Since Mr. Delcine, became principal, they really started cracking down on that. Since we're not a big city school, he wants Falkle to prove it can compete. But hey, you're not doing bad for someone who's never been to a real school before. I mean, homeschool is a real school technically, but thanks. By the way, I've been meaning to ask you, how can you do AP classes and be on the football team? Isn't that a lot of work? Cade inclines his head in disbelief. Honestly, I'm not even sure about it myself some days. Oh, I don't know. I think he manages to get by just fine. Before Cade could answer, an older, more rugged version of the Stegosaurus walks up to us. Either the sour sickness has finally broken me or I'm seeing double. I'll take that as a compliment. Gene, this is my dad. You might have seen him around before. He's a janitor here. Just one of my many jobs. It's nice to meet you, Gene. I'm Terrell Tremblay, but you can call me Mr. Terry, like the other students do. My soul, my son's told me a lot about you. All good things, I hope? He nods and hums in agreement. Only good things. Says you're a bit of a plain Jane, but plenty smart and easy to get along with. Even though I smile at the compliments, I can't help but feel he's right about being plain. If it weren't for my parents picking through every hobby I wanted to try, maybe I could be more interesting. Plain isn't always bad, though. Cade puts a reassuring hand on my shoulder, as if he read my mind. Look at salad, for example. Every basic lettuce can taste pretty good. I'm not sure if comparing me to lettuce is the biggest example, but I'll take it. I'm just glad to see Cade making some good friends this year. I've got plenty of friends, Dad. I meant, besides the football team. You can't just spend all your time hanging around with them, you know. Just once in a while, I'd like for a football to not be thrown in my house. I know. Well, I better not dilly-dally. A lot of work to be done before tomorrow. It was good meeting you, Gene. Mr. Terry gives me a light pat on the back, and I give him a nod in return. I'll see you when I get home, son. Later, Mr. Terry. Mr. Terry leaves with a wave, and it's back to me and Cade alone again. Your dad seems like a really nice guy. Yeah, he is. He's always been like that. He works a lot, though. I don't see him at home much since school started. Either I'm at football practice or he's staying over to clean. We only really see each other at dinner during the week. Cade looks down at his shoes, a tinge of sadness in his eyes, and a voice I can't quite place. My dad was the same way for the longest time. Always away at his job until he started working from home. Now I see him practically every day and every hour that I'm home. I can't imagine what it'd be like to not have your parents around all the time. Even when my dad was gone, Mom was still around. But hey, get this. To celebrate tonight, he's taking me to Dodds and Bruckers tomorrow. What's tonight? Oh, dude, I totally forgot to tell you, huh? Our first football game's tonight. You're coming, right? I mean, you sorta did promise. Cade snapped back into his usual chipper attitude so fast that I'm blindsided by his question. I did say I wouldn't miss it, but since I never got a date from him, I couldn't schedule it. If only that was that easy just to say yes. I'll need to check with my parents to make sure I can go. They're a little restrictive. Cade's smile drops. Ah, gotcha. Well, hopefully they say yes. And if they do, you can meet us at Casella's, and who's us? The diner over on Sattler. I'm meeting up with Sid and Mora before the game to hang out. Diner and Sattler, got it. How long these games go? Couple of hours, 3 maybe. But with me on the team this year, probably less. But if it drags on, probably somewhere around 10. The game starts at 7, but we're meeting up at 5. Cade boasts a wide grin, even flexing the show off. Someone's feeling confident. You know it. I'll go ask my parents now. If I don't see you tonight, see you Monday. Definitely. I give Cade a fist bump before I hop on my bike and start heading home. The entire ride back, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to convince my parents. It's one thing to let them keep biking to school alone, but to let me stay out? Here's hoping some of Cade's charm rub off on me. Just as soon as I park my bike in the garage, a brand new car pulls into the driveway. Behind the windshield, I can see Mom waving at me. And there you are. Please let me go, please let me go. I walk over the car, and once I'm close enough, the passenger window rolls down. Mom is riding shotgun, and my dad is in the driver's seat, both still buckled. Hey, sweetie, climb in. We're going on a grocery run. We already have the heat running. As tempting as the offer is, considering the cold wind is sending chill down my spine, I shake my head. Actually, Mom, Dad, can I ask a favor? Sure, son. What do you need? Here goes. Tonight's the school's first football game, and I was wondering if I can maybe go watch it. I sort of made Kate a promise that I'd go, and you two teach me to always keep my word. My parents turned to look at each other in confusion before looking back at me. The silence from both my parents was louder than anything I've ever heard. It feels like an eternity before Dad leans over with a raised eyebrow. Football? You want to go out tonight? To watch football? Yeah, I was hoping I could go there to show some support. Every time my parents exchange looks, I can feel my chances of getting a yes dwindling. I don't know, sweetie. You know I don't like contact sports and how violent they are. She has a point about the violence. I've never been to a football game, but I know it involves some modicum of aggression. And considering it'll be two teams of testosterone-filled teenagers, who knows what could happen. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Not to mention that I'll be the only soft-skinned person surrounded on all sides. McCain seemed so excited for it, and he'd tell me if it was dangerous or not. And it's not like I'll actually be on the field. I'll just be sitting on the bleachers watching, Mom. No danger involved. I don't know, what if a stray ball is thrown in your direction? I get a brief flashback to my second day's lunch. I'll make sure to sit far enough back that I can avoid that from happening. How long is it supposed to last? We don't want you to miss your curfew. The game doesn't start till 7, but Cade says it should be like 2 hours, 3 at most. But, I was hoping I could also meet up with my friends before the game. Friends? Not just the one? Yes, sir. Sid and Mora, too. They're all meeting up at the diner to celebrate. What time? At 5. Dad rubs his chin in thought. Isn't that Mora, the one whose father is the butcher? Mom shivers at the word in disgust, and I quietly know. I don't know, son. That's awfully late to be out without supervision. Please. I've never gotten the chance to do stuff like this before. My dad sighs and gives my mom one more look. She also sighs and nods. Okay, Gene, you can go. Wait, really? Yes, really. Yeah! I could barely contain my excitement and fist pump in the air. But with conditions. And there it is. You can only be for as long as the game lasts, nothing more. Okay. And you're calling us when you get to the diner and when the game is over. That way we know when you're coming home. I expect you to be home by 10:30. But what if I talk to Kate after the game? Don't argue with your father, Gene. Do you want to go or not? Yes, ma'am. Good. Now get in so we can go grocery shopping. You'll need to finish your homework before you go too. My mom rolls the window back up and I stare at my reflection in it for a second. I'm still surprised I somehow managed to convince them, but I'll take it. The back door's unlocked, I climb inside. Now about the butcher shop. Oh, here we go. After spending some time with my parents and finishing up my homework, I'm on the road again. I'm still in shock that I managed to get permission to go out tonight. It's not exactly the level of freedom I wanted, but it's a big step from how things usually go. Maybe Dad is starting to loosen up with the pressure of his job and the city weighing on him. The diner is easy enough to find. It's the only one on Sattler, and I think it's the only diner in town. Casella's. From the outside, it looks like a diner ripped out of a movie. A big neon sign with Casella's written in bubbly pink cursive letters glow in the dim evening light on the roof. Below the sign is a smaller rectangular one that reads open 24/7 in a simple blocky font. There's only a few cars parked outside in the parking lot, but nowhere for my bike. Oh well, I guess I can park against the building. Before I go in, I check my phone. Awesome, there's plenty of time to hang out before the football game. Yeah. I push open the glass door and immediately get assaulted by the various smells and sounds. The diner is bustling with a mix of high school students in Letterman jackets and a few older locals nursing coffee cups. The air smells of frying bacon, freshly brewed coffee, and something sweet. I think it's apple pie. If I wasn't hungry before, I sure am now. Hey, Gene, over here. I spot Cade in a corner booth, turned around, waving me over. Mora and Sid are sitting across from him. Excusing myself past a waitress, I walk over to join them. Sid is slumped against the back of the booth, looking half asleep. Mora is beside him, stacking creamer cups and sugar packets into small architectural wonders. Hey guys. Glad you can make it. Come on, sit down. Cade pats the empty space next to him, a clear invitation that I more than happily accept. When I slide into the booth, the vinyl squeaks under my weight and makes me less than flattering noise, however. That wasn't me, I swear. Kate said the same thing earlier. Sid chuckles and I can feel my face burning. Relax, he's just grumpy because he hadn't ordered yet. We were waiting for like half an hour, you know. I could feel my stomach digesting itself. Sorry, I had to finish up some homework first. School, we get it. Parental units can be a drag. Speak for yourself, I love my dad. Mine doesn't care what I do, as long as I don't end up in the back of a cop car. Mora finishes her confectionery construction and pushes it towards the center of the table with a satisfied nod. Before I can ask, a waitress with a tired smile and a pad of paper appears at her table. Hey, you kids, you ready to order? I'll just have water, thanks. You sure, hun? Well, since I won't be home for dinner, it might be a good idea to get food. Guess I'll go with chicken fried steak. Is this chicken fried or turned into a steak? Never mind, I'll take it. Never heard of it before and it looks delicious. Alrighty then. A stack of pancakes for me. I'll take a burger and some fries. Rare, please. Just a chocolate shake, thanks. Be right out with that. The waitress jots down her orders and walks away. So, Gene, you excited for your first real high school football game? Definitely am. I'm not sure what to expect, but I know it's going to be cool to experience. Just a bunch of sweaty guys throwing a ball around and patting each other on the butt. You're not missing much. Wait, really? She is kidding. Oh. It's more like a slap than a pat, really. Wait, what? Joking, I'm joking. We're gonna have to work on that sense of humor, bud. He's not wrong about the sweaty guys, though. Or the butts. Can't help but laugh at Sid and Mora's back and forth. The four of us continue to chat about the game and school life while we wait for our food. As the minutes pass, more students pour in. What was a quiet buzz of conversation has turned into a storm of chatter. Wow, this place is pretty crowded fast. Yep, this is one of the local hotspots. Since tonight is the first game of the season, everyone's excited. As is summoned by the mention of the football game, a random student started appearing to cheer on Cade. Good luck, Cade. You're gonna do great. Beat the shit out of those loser-ass Rexes. Wow, someone became Mr. Popular this year. I guess being the quarterback comes with benefits. When I look back at Cade, he's staring at a waving group of girls. Mora leans over and snaps her claws by his head to bring him back to the table. Oh, what? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure, I guess. Hasn't even played yet, and he's already got groupies. Cade brushes his knuckles off on his letterman with a pleased look plastered on his face. Our waitress finally makes it back to our table with our food, looking more frazzled than when she left. Here you go, kids. Sorry about the wait. It's a madhouse in here. Give a holler if you need anything else. It's a good thing we got here when we did, huh? Yep, definitely dodged a meteor there. Uh-oh. What? What did you just say? I said we dodged a meteor, you know, meteor dodgers. He actually said it. My God. I'm almost impressed at the audacity. What are you guys talking about? You can't say that kind of stuff, man. Guys, seriously, what are you talking about? You can't say meteor dodger, Gene. It's racist. What? When did meteor dodger become a racial slur? Dude, keep your voice down. When did it become a slur? It's always been one. Where the hell have you been? I've literally never heard it used like that before in my life. Hold on. Now I'm curious. What did you think it meant? Literally dodging a meteor. Like avoiding a catastrophe or something bad. And where did you hear this from? My mom? She's always said it meant a more serious version of dodging a bullet. Oh. What? That would explain it. Yep. Huh? Dude, we totally forgot you've never gone to a public school. What does that have to do with it? You sweet, innocent child. I don't know what's going on anymore, and I'm too scared to ask. Don't worry about it, man. Just don't say that from now on, okay? Okay, sure. Wait. Is that why you told me not to say trig? Kate slaps his face, milkshake flies out of his nostrils, and Morris starts howling with laughter. With our plates clean and the ins and outs of Syrian slurs explained to me, we decide it's time for the bill. But did they at least explain to me human slurs? Because I feel like I'm left out on that. I'm a sweet innocent child, as Moria said. I need to know. Okay, so I've got 10. I can float my shake. I can cover mine and help chip in. What's going on? Crap, I forgot to tell you, we plan on splitting the bill, huh? Oh, I can cover it. Oh man, we can't let you do that. No, I insist, especially after what I said earlier. We were just busting your balls, Gene. No need to break the bank over it. Guys, seriously, I got it. It's fine. Before they can protest any further, I stand up and take out my wallet. At least chip in for the tip. Feel kind of bad for the waitress and cook for how busy it is. Deal. I've never left a tip before. How much are you supposed to normally give? I just throw a couple bucks in usually. Same here. Just leave what you think is right for the service. Meet us outside when you're done. Here's our part. Kay gathers up everyone else's money and drops it into my hand. And the others get up and leave, and I join the line at the register. I wonder how much everyone else tipped. I see a 5, some crumpled up 1s. Is that a $50? Ready to settle your bill? I look up at the waitress who is patiently waiting for me behind a small register. Oh yeah, sorry. With the football team discount, because of your friend, your total is going to be $35. Huh? That's way cheaper than I thought it would be. Oh yeah, he's used to big city money. Every time I go out with my parents, the bill's triple that. Reaching into my wallet, I take out one of the $100 bills and pass it to the waitress. This is for the bill. Sorry, hon. I can't take 100 for payment. Oh, Rifling through my bills, I take out a 50 and hand it to her. Oh, here's the tip. You can keep the change and add to it. I pass her a tip from the others and add the 100 to the top of the pile. The waitress' hand stops moving and stares at me. Are you sure this is a lot of money you're leaving? My friend said the tip, what I think reflects the service. And even though it's really busy, the food was amazing and you were very pleasant. Well, hell, thank you, Shug. You're a blessing in disguise. Did you want a receipt? Yes, please. Scribbling the total down on a small notepad, the waitress rings up the full order and prints out a small piece of paper. Ripping it off the register, she passes it to me. Come back anytime, hun. Thank you. Will do. Did that bitch end up getting like $160 or $70 tip? Hell yeah. As I'm leaving, I can hear the waitress yelling over the crowd. Hey, Rocky, you're not going to believe this. There you are. We were just about to split up. You two aren't going to the game? Me and Mora already have plans. Sid's going to give me a ride to the school first, though. You want to hop in? Thanks, but I'll take my bike. I need to burn off all these extra calories. Wait, doesn't that thing move on its own? I don't know, Gene. You're all skin and bones already. There's nothing wrong with a few extra pounds. Aren't you into skin and bones, though? Well, yes, but yours are the only ones I really care about. Oh, babe. Sid and Mora's back and forth is a treat to watch, but even I don't think I can stomach it after my meal. We should probably get going before they start making out. Meet me at the entrance to the football field when you get to the school. Will do. Despite the couple making goo-goo eyes at each other, Cade manages to pull Sid away from the two and climb into his truck to leave. As they pull out of the diner lot, I give them a wave and head on my bike with Mora. So you never told us if you managed to talk to Taylor or not. I'm going to assume you did and it went well, considering you still have your limbs. Yeah, I think we made amends. I managed to apologize and give back her notebook, so we should be good. I think. I'm half surprised considering how she is, but that's good to hear. Just try to avoid picking any more fights with her in the future, okay? She likes to hold grudges. Take it from me. I know personally. Oh yeah, you mentioned the two you used to be good friends. What happened? Nothing, it was just something stupid. Oh, okay then. You better get going before the rest of the students start leaving. Did you steal her boyfriend? Wouldn't want to see you become the newest roadkill. Yeah, see you later, Mora. Hopping on my bike, we would give each other a goodbye gesture, and I pull out of the parking lot to head to my first football game. Alright, we got a new picture here. It's just past 6:30 now. The air's gotten cooler and the streetlights are flickering to life. Even though I left quickly, the traffic managed to not only catch up, but beat me here. I can't even count how many times I was almost hit by someone speeding down the road, but at least I made it one piece. To my knowledge, there are no bike racks near the football field, so I had to stop by the usual spot to park my bike. The fastest way to the football field is by cutting through the student parking lot. But just like the diner, it's absolutely bustling with activity. Everywhere around me sounds like a small party. Cars are blasting music. Students are running over the place, yelling. I swear I can even smell something like alcohol in the air. And is someone grilling steaks? Just as I'm passing a particularly rowdy group, a familiar voice calls out and snags my attention. Gene, over here. Hey, Cade. Turning around, I spot Cade sitting on the tail bed of a truck. Hopping down the truck, Cade breaks off from the group to meet me halfway. Glad you made it, man. Here's your ticket as promised. When I look at the ticket, I see the price tag slapped below it, where it says Admit 1. $15? Football games aren't free? I know it looks bad, but the school uses the money to help fund everything. You didn't have to buy me one. I could have paid if I had known. Don't worry about it. Even though you're not new here anymore, I still gotta take care of my boy. Thanks, Cade. Of course, man. What are friends for? It's just a shame that Sid and Mora couldn't make it. But hey, we don't need them. After all, we're the dynamic duo. Two peas in a pod? A pair of pals. Terrific twosome. I think I saw a video titled that once online. Yeah. Wait, what? Hey, newbie. Climbing out of the driver's seat of the truck, Cade was sitting on is a familiar face. Little tiny arms. I'm half expecting another football to be thrown in the direction of my head. Baby arms. Instead, he just walks over to join us and points down at Cade's feet. Hey, quarterback, your shoes untied. Oh, come on. Even I know that's the oldest trick in the book. There's no way Cade would fall for. Oh, hey, it is. Thanks, Carter. Oh. What's Fleshy doing here? Carter looks me up and down while Cade ties his shoelaces. Came to watch us play. I can get his ticket. I'm just making sure he knows where to go for the game. If you're looking for the game, you came to the right place. It's me. I'm the game. I'm him. Welcome to my territory, Q-Ball. This is my field. My sport. I play to win, not always win. Guess who's the best football captain to ever touch this field? Carter Calloway. The students surround us and cheer loudly. And what school is going to be undefeated? Fauquelhorn. Those losers at Grad County High are sick in the head. They think they're taking us down. And I have just the medicine for them. 2 cc's of whoop ass. The football team, including Cade, erupts into cheers and applause for their team captain. I have to admit, I'm actually impressed. The guy might be a jerk, but his ability to raise morale is nuts. We're going to crush the competition this year because it's the guy right here is our secret weapon. Carter throws her arm around Cade and flashes a toothy grin. We had a wimpy pair of bitch on the team last year. With an actual plate back like the college teams have, we're gonna squash every team in our way. I don't have plates, Carter. I'm not a stegosaurus, I'm a stegosaurus. Tomato banana. Look, all that matters, the losers have no idea what's coming. And after we kick their asses and send them home running with their tails between their legs, we're gonna celebrate the only way we know how. Party at the Demetro house. The football players break into hoots and hollers, clapping loudly and cheering. There's gonna be food, music, more food, cheerleaders from both teams. And Hope says she's gonna raid her dad's liquor cabinet. We're gonna get pounded. Don't you mean hammered? You might get hammered, Trimley, but my ass gets pounded. And I exchange confused glances, but silently acknowledge it's best to probably remain quiet since Carter seems so excited. Yeah, let him have his moment. Yeah, we're gonna get our asses pounded. The squat boy shoves his way past the crowd and excitedly waddles over to us. It's a frog! It's best not to think about it. I don't think you met Barnaby yet. No, I don't think so. Hey, how you doing? They call me Barney. Everyone else does. You're Gene, yeah? See you around town a few times. Nice bike. Looks expensive. Thanks, the brand is a bit pricey, but at least it's reliable. Are you on the football team too, Barney? Yeah. I'm a senior executive vice coordinator of competitive athletic hydration logistics, electrolyte replenishment strategy, and sideline fluid distribution infrastructure. I have no idea what any of that means. Oh, he's a water boy. Shut the fuck up, Barney. Sorry, Carter. He's the team's water boy. Hey, from what I heard, even water boys play an important role. Even Herbert Hoover was a water boy, you know. Don't patronize me. So sorry, I didn't mean to. I chose to be a hydration distribution engineer. You know why? This is the most important role of the team, second only to mascot. Pretty sure they count quarterback in the most important roles, but okay. You're just second fiddle, Trimbley. Everyone knows Carter's the real star. Before Kay could argue, a sharp whistle screech pierced the air and all heads turned. right, ladies, locker room, get your pads on, let's go. Barnaby, get me a drink. Thanks. QB, get your ass in gear. Pay attention during the game, Chrome Dome. You might learn a thing or two about how to be a real man. Slamming a scrawny fist in the Cade's shoulder, Carter rushes off with Barney in tow. Cade turns back to me and flashes me with a guilty smile. Sorry about that, they're a little abrasive. So I've noticed. Carter's a decent enough guy once you get to know him, though. And Barney, well, he can be funny. Sometimes. Despite to convince me otherwise, I've got a hard time believing I'll be getting along with either of them. All right. Hey, don't you need to get ready? Oh shit, yeah. Root for us. I'll see you after the game. He slaps a palm on my shoulder and rushes off to meet his teammates. Once he's gone, I look down at my admission ticket still in my hand. I better find a good spot to sit before they're all taken. The sun is all but set. Now the stadium lights illuminate the entire field. Look at the noodles on the other side. And we even got Mr. Turtleneck Noodle. Despite the school size, the stands are surprisingly packed to the brim. Not just students, but adults and kids occupy almost every available spot. Fans with foam fingers, face paint, and blow horns are going nuts. Students from the opposing team fill the bleachers on the other side of the school field, sporting their own flags and colors. Cade wasn't kidding when he said sports bring a town like this together. The scene looks like something straight out of a TV fan cam. Thankfully, I managed to find a decent spot halfway up the stands. From here, I can see everything perfectly. I reach into my pocket and check the time. It's almost 7 now, so the game should be starting. Bored already? I nearly jump out of my hoodie as the Raptor girl sneaks up behind me. Easy, Baldylocks. It's just me. Didn't mean to give you a heart attack. Despite her apology, I think I'm getting used to having them. I am pretty sure that's not a good thing, though. Scooch. Taylor waits for me to move, and once I do, drops into space next to me. What are you doing here? She scoffs, rolling her eyes. Watching the game. Duh. I didn't take you for a football fan. I'm not. I made a promise to someone that I'd watch tonight. Then I saw you sitting here and thought, why not? So, how'd you know it was me with all these other people around? She looks me up and down, shooting a playful glare. Oh, right. Only human in school. I'm really underestimating just how much I stand out. So how'd you get past the crowd at the entrance? I hopped the fence. I was gonna watch from back there. She juts her thumb towards the woods with a smirk. There's a better view out there in the tree line. I never thought of that. Fewer people, less light pollution, a spot to sit, not covered in sticky soda. Yeah, it's a pretty good vantage point usually, but today something just kept blinding me. You should probably consider wearing a hat sometime. Why is that? Your smooth ass head and stadium lights don't mix well, dude. Start calling you Lighthouse with how shiny it can get under the right lighting. You're jealous of my dashing good looks. Dashing? Yeah, your hairline sure dashed away. She reaches over and playfully taps the top of my head before I swat her hand away. A chilling breeze sweeps the bleachers, catching us in its rampage. Eep. Taylor shrills and I shiver as a small chill runs down my spine. When I look over at Taylor, she's practically shaking. I think I've just got the solution. Taking off my hoodie, I offer it to her. Here. What? You look cold. Yeah, no shit, because I am. Then take it. What about you? I'll be fine. Perks of being warm-blooded, I guess. And burning off an earlier meal. I'm not a lizard jackass, just cold sensitive. Sorry, but you should still take it. I'm not taking your hoodie, Gene. Please, I insist. Fine, damn. If they'll shut you up, give me the damn thing. Taylor eventually relents and snatches it from my hands. Just after a few seconds of consideration, she slips it over herself. She still looks grumpy, but at least she's not shaken anymore. Better? Shut up. Oh, she's blushing and pouting. I didn't think we'd get molested by weather so soon. Molested? That's certainly a way to phrase it. Alright, I forgot you're an autist. I am not. She giggles in her hand sly, and her sly smirk turns into a genuine smile. Relax, I'm just fucking with you. I appreciate it, thanks. You're welcome. Sorry if it smells. Taylor shakes her head, poking her hands through the loose fitting wrist cuffs. Nah, it's fine. I might bust your balls every now and then, but at least you don't reek. If you did, I would have already ditched you a long time ago. So I guess I'll stick around. I'd be more than happy to keep you company if you do. My father raised a gentleman after all. Taylor laughs again. A retarded gentleman, but a gentleman nonetheless. Works for me. Hey look, I think it's starting. Taylor points and I follow her finger. Down on the field, both teams march on the grass. Both sides look eager to claim their school's victory of the season. Their first victory of the season. If it wasn't for the referee, they'd probably be tearing each other apart. I can make out which player Kate is from the tail poking out of the football gear. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. You can't flip them off. Decided by coin toss. Isn't that the coach? Why is the coach also the referee? That's not kosher. The home team lines up down the field and the kicker sends the ball flying into the air. The ball soars above an impressive amount of time before being caught by the punt returner. The crowd bellows and cheers as the players hustles down the field, only to be taken down near the 50. I see Cade bring the team in for a huddle as the team sets up for their first offensive play. Alright team, this is our first game. I want to bury these sorry suckers beneath the goalpost. Jake, just like we practiced, I need you to sprint long and hard. Let's see if our training paid off. Jake nods, and so does the rest of the team. They prepared for this moment. 1, 2, 3, Raptors! As the team lines up, Cade pauses for the briefest of moments to look towards our bleachers. I don't know what he's looking for, but he snaps back to focusing on the game before someone tugs on his helmet. Whatever was just said to him, Cade was moving differently now. Lining up, Cade barks orders to the linemen as running backs reposition behind the quarterback. Sonny, easy, blue 80. Down, set, hut, set, hut. On the third hut, the ball is received by Cade. Running backs and wide receivers storm the opponent's territory in a speeding blur. Linemen clash in the middle, protecting the quarterback. Each impact sounds like thunder as the Syrian players collide. Defensive line begins to buckle as quick moments slip by. Come on, Jake, hurry. The dashing wide receiver makes his way up the field, yards away from the end zone. It's now or never. With a practice motion, Cade wipes his arm, sending the football arcing downfield. Breaths are held for what seems like minutes, mine included. One lone receiver, outnumbered, stands his ground in the end zone, springing up to catch the ball. The opposing defender does his best to snatch the incoming football, but was outmatched by the reach of the wide receiver. Touchdown! Our stand roars in deafening excitement while the other side of the stadium bemoans the early lead. The joy of the other attendees is contagious, and I join in celebrating. He told me he was good, but wow. The team smothers both the quarterback and the receiver, jumping with joy. One of the players, I'm guessing Carter by his attitude, is gesturing rudely towards the other team and thrusting his hips. Classy. Morale soars as the very first play set the benchmark for the rest of the game. True to his word of a swift win, the game only lasts 2 hours. It was a complete and total victory with our team winning 42-6. Yeah, they fucking teabagged the shit out of them. Taylor kept me company during the whole thing, the two of us conversing during the downtimes. I had no idea football's so cool. I can see why this town loves it. Yeah, it has its moments. I just like seeing them beat the shit out of the other, if I'm being honest. I heard that last year sent it through a can at someone's head and it started a 30-person fight. They had to call the cops to break it up. Whoa. Yeah, it ended with some kid named Jimmy being sent to the hospital. They say he ended up with a half a tail, a cracked skull, and a shattered spleen. Wait a second. How do you shatter a spleen? That doesn't seem physically possible. I know, that's what the ENT said. Before I can ponder the anatomical logic of her story, the stormy thumping of cleats let me know the football team is around the corner. One by one, the players run into the parking lot to applause and cheer. Some high-five each other, and one of them grabs a fistful of dino butt from the other. Is that how they celebrate? Oh god, there's so much butt slapping happening. They're so aggressive. Cade rushes up to throw the waves of players, a gleeful smile over his beak. Oh my god. Was that not a game or what? It was amazing. You look professional, Cade. There's no way you don't get scouted by talent like that. He twists his heel bashfully. Man, they're all homeboy's gonna fuck up. He's gonna tear his ACL. He's gonna do something. He's gonna lose football. They're gonna take it from him. I already see it happening. Well, I don't know. It's nothing really. Oh my god, just fuck already. Taylor, you made it. I didn't see you before the game. I almost thought you weren't coming. I climbed a tree and hopped the fence to get in. Beats having to deal with Gary Austenberg at the gate. Wait, I didn't know you two knew each other. Oh yeah, man. We met each other last year. We just don't get to hang out a lot because of class schedules. Thanks for showing up to watch, though. It means a lot. Yeah, well, I promised you I would, right? You did pretty good out there. What can I say? I'm the star quarterback. With me on the team, it'll be, oh man, torn ACL. Torn ACL. It's gonna happen. It'll be a win after win. Cade pauses from his well-deserved boasting and looks between me and Taylor. What's that about? Huh? Isn't that your hoodie, Gene? Oh no. Is Taylor Cade's romance, and we are going to cockblock him, and we're going to lose the one of only 3 friends we have here? Oh yeah. She looked cold, and I figured since I was already wearing something warm, I'll lend it to her. Huh. Okay then. What was that look for? Anyway, did you guys see the pass in the third quarter? It was huge. Carter totally bodied that guy and... Wait, when? I don't remember that. Sorry, we must have missed it. Taylor was showing me something on her phone, and by the time we looked up, you guys scored, I think. Oh. Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. There's plenty more games for cool stuff to happen. And more chances for someone to get absolutely wrecked. These two get along surprisingly well. I had no idea they were friends. They seemed like total opposites. Kay's so extroverted, and Taylor as well. Just tough enough to get to know. I wonder if there's something going on between these two, like Sid and Mora. Nah, couldn't be. They don't seem the types. Though Sid and Mora also have opposing personalities. And Kay did say he was happy she watched the game. She did say she promised him. Is Mr. Tism connecting the dots? They've also known each other since last year, so maybe. Right, Gene? Huh, what? Sorry, I was thinking about spleens. Nice. I was talking about the winning play. It was awesome, right? Oh, yeah. The touch goal sure was an ace. Wow, I almost forgot how dense you are. I appreciate the effort, bud, but please don't ever say stuff like that again. You got it. So, hey, me and the team are going with Carter to that party to celebrate. We're going to pre-game with a tailgate party here first, though. You guys want to come? Hard pass. Every time I'm near that idiot, I can feel my IQ being drained. Gene. I checked my phone's clock again. I've got another hour before I need to start heading home. Dad said to call as soon as the game ended, but a few more minutes to talk at least wouldn't hurt. Well... we need to spend some time with our boy, and we need to not be too much of a baby back bitch. We need to challenge our parent and be our own man. I got an hour kill, sure. Yeah, sweet. Sure you don't want to stick around, Taylor? I'm sure. You two have fun. I'm gonna head out. Make sure to use protection. Har har, very funny. Come on, Gene. See you Tuesday? What? Oh, you mean school. Yeah, see you then. Oh, hey, before you go, Taylor starts taking off the hoodie I loaned her. Just hang on to it at least for tonight. You sure? Yeah, it's no problem. It's going to get colder. You don't need to get sick if I can help it. Or if you can help it, I mean. The hoodie. To help you from getting sick. Okay, I get it. You don't have to break it down for me like I'm 5. Thanks. You're welcome. Gene, come on. Go have fun already, you big dork. Counting on you to keep him out of trouble. I'll do my best. I'll hold you to that. See you around, Gene. Taylor and I go our separate ways after giving each other a wave goodbye. She heads off towards the side of the building with the nature trails, and I head further into the parking lot after Kate. By the time I catch up to Cade, he's leaning against the open bed of the pickup truck from earlier. Standing next to him is Carter and a lot of students than before. Once I get within earshot, I can hear that he's telling them all the same sort of story. So he says, "You got a mouth on you, don't you?" And he tries to square up with me. And I tell him, "Yeah, I do. It's your mom's favorite thing other than my dick." So he starts crying about his mom being dead. And I go, "Yeah, because my dick killed her. So yeah, that's why my mom's boyfriend doesn't like me anymore." I'm not entirely sure what's going on or any of that's funny, but since everyone else is laughing, I just awkwardly chuckle along with them until Kate notices me. "Hey, Gene, come over here. Let me properly introduce you to everyone." But I already met them a few weeks ago? Oh, that didn't count. If he says so. "Gene, this is Carter." Sup. Team captain, he's the best athlete Volkel has had in years, aside from me, of course. And if it weren't for Carter, I wouldn't be on the football team. He scouted me and talked to the coach, bringing me in. I was seeing how hard I could tackle him. without sending someone to the hospital. Trembly here managed to stay awake. There's a weird what? That's a weird way to scout, but okay. Cade next points over the toad-like boy leaning over a cooler. You know Barney from earlier. What a game, right? Oh yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. My pet possum died yesterday. Sorry to hear that. Oh, it's fine. He tasted great after we cooked him up. That's nice. Mental note, stay away from that one. Ignore Barney, he's a little on the slow side. And by little, I mean a rock has more brains. Now I gotta look at you. It's good to see your eyebrows grew back. My eyebrows what? First day of school, remember? I was standing right next to you when Basca lit stuff on fire. Now that I think about it, I guess I do remember her standing somewhere near me. Since we aren't friends, I must not really pay much attention. After the flower hunt assignment, I'm surprised she's even speaking to me. You don't remember, do you? Sorry. It's fine. I got one of those faces, I guess. The kind that people just sort of forget. At least my makeup looks good. Aha. Up awkwardly last, trying to play it off. I can't bring myself to join her. The awkwardness doesn't stop Barney from joining in my place, though. His own laugh peppered by snorts and croaks. Shut up, Barney. The toad boy immediately stops laughing, instinctively flinching as if he was ready to be hit. The longer I'm near him, the more I can tell there's something definitely wrong with these people. Speaking of, where's Veronica? I thought cheerleaders were let out earlier than the football team. Oh yeah, we were. She just had to make a quick stop to talk to someone. She should be here any minute. As if waiting for someone to mention her, a piercing voice cuts through the parking lot like a bedazzled dagger. Ugh. Could someone please get the mirror out of my shot? Some of us are trying to take a post-game selfie without looking like cave trolls, and the reflection is killer. I just turned as a flash of pink sweeps in the view, a pair of pom-poms whizzing past my face and into the truck bed. Veronica struts into the circle with all the grace of a runaway model and the menace of an apex predator. She passes her phone off to hold and looks at me like an outsider that stumbled into an event that I wasn't invited to. Oops. No, never mind. It was just his bald head. Good to see you again, Jim. Hi, and it's Gene, actually. So sorry, Eugene. I'm not great with names that don't wow me. I feel strangely attacked by that, my pride taking a direct hit over my name alone. Well, if you must know, Gene's my first name. My middle name's A. Yeah, sorry, I don't care. The two direct hits in less than a minute. Ouch. Come on, Veronica, be nice. Gene's a great guy, don't pick on him. Veronica lifts her manicured claws and mocks surrender. I'm just teasing him is all, no need to get upset. You know I didn't mean it, right, Gene? It was just a little joke to break the ice. I'm sorry. Really, truly, seriously. I'm not great at making new friends. It's fine, I guess. And I'm sorry too, I'm just not used to jokes like that. On account of you being homeschooled? Yeah. Hey, wait a second. How'd you know I was homeschooled? Kay told us, isn't that right? I turn back to Kate, who just gives me that friendly smile as usual. It's not like it was some big secret or anything. They asked about you, and it just sort of came up. It's not that big of a deal, right? On one hand, he's right, it isn't a big deal. But I also don't know how I feel about him sharing things about me to other people I don't even know. Look, there's one thing you need to know about this town. It's that everyone knows everyone. Yep. He has a point. He's right. More than half the school probably knows it by now, too. Besides, that's nothing compared to what he did at Casella's. Huh? What do you mean? I was with him the entire time. Nothing happened. Oh, you haven't heard? Jean in here is a gracious tipper. Apparently left the waitress over 100 in tips. What? Cade and the crowd whipped around to face me. What, is that bad? You guys told me to tip what I felt reflected on the service. I mean, yeah, sure, but holy shit, dude. Just how much did you leave? I heard it was 125 and a half dollar. They still make those. Wow. I guess I didn't need to pay for your ticket after all, huh? I tried telling you. Here, tell you what. Let me pay you back for it right now. I take out my wallet and pull out a 50. And I can pay for the next few games, too. Cade looks at the bill, then my wallet, then finally at me. Holy shit, Gene. How much money do you have? Right now, I don't know, like 300 or something? Veronica lets out a low whistle and I look up. What? Why is everyone staring at me? Gene, I didn't know you were rich. Does that matter? No, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Relax, Cade. Yeah, calm down. So what if he's got money? It's not like anything to pull your hair out over. Veronica's lip curls into a sharp tooth-filled grin that radiates pure smugness. Though I guess you don't need to worry about that, huh? Everyone in the circle starts to snicker, and I feel my face heating up with embarrassment. Even Cade is laughing alongside them. If this is what it means to hang around the popular crowd, I'd rather just be at home instead. I go to leave, and Cade calls after me. Gene! Hey, Gene, where are you going? We were just joking around. Leave him be, bro. We're heading the real part now. Barn, grab my cooler. We're gonna get pounded. Woo. I can still hear Carter's howling halfway across the parking lot. Eventually, it's drowned out by the sound of engines and students starting to leave one by one. By the time I make it to the front of the entrance, there's only a few cars left. Fine by me. At least there won't be traffic this time. I round the corner to the bike racks and... oh no. Oh no. The spot, yeah. The spot that I've been parking in every day now, so far, is just an empty space. There's no trace of my e-bike to be seen. I look around and spot no sign of it anywhere. How could this have happened? Who could have ever seen this hat coming at me? I slum over against the empty rack and groan. Dad's going to kill me. Maybe I can go back and see if Cade will give me a ride. No, that's a bad idea. If I go back and tell them why I need a ride, they'll probably just laugh at me again. Not to mention, if I showed up at home in a stranger's truck with no bike, it would be even worse. It's the last thing I want to do, but I reach into my pocket to dig up my phone. There's only 3 numbers listed in my contact book. Dad's, Mom's, and 911. I hesitate briefly to hit the call button on Dad's number, but there's nothing else I can do right now. I take a breath and hit the green phone icon. Hey, son. Are you on your way home from school? About that. After 15 minutes of waiting, a car pulls into the lot. It drives past some of the students who park up front for the game, and slows it stops in front of me. Even though it's nighttime, I can see my dad behind the wheel. Oh man. As I shuffle my way over, I can hear the other students as I pass them. Holy shit, would you look at that? That must have cost more than my parents' 3rd divorce. There goes the neighborhood. Of course, it belongs to him. Get in. You got a lot of explaining to do when we get home. I know. Can't believe you let this happen, Gene. I'm sorry. And where's your hoodie? Your mother just bought you that for Christmas. The pit of my stomach that's forming feels like turning into a black hole, and I look out the window in silence as we return home. The ride home is spent in silence. I hate this. Even though we only live 15 minutes from school, it feels like it's taking forever. I eventually pull into the driveway and Dad cuts the engine. The silence is finally broken when he lets out a frustrated sigh and he speaks without looking at me. Get in the house, go to the living room, your mom wants a word. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Oh boy. Feels like an eternity has passed, but the clock on the wall says only 5 minutes have gone since I sat down. I feel like I'm on trial for a heinous crime like murder instead of actually being the victim of the situation. Finally, my mom speaks. Well, this is certainly a mess, isn't it? That's putting it lightly. I can explain. Oh boy, by all means, explain yourself. I forgot to take a lock with me when I parked it in the bike rack. I thought it would be fine because I've been doing it every day. I didn't think anyone was going to steal it. Didn't Gene, you're practically inviting someone to take it. What do you think would happen with half the town in one place and the other from someplace else all gathered in one spot? You basically left a handwritten note saying, "Please steal me," taped to the seat. Yeah, Dad's got a point. Gene, when we got you that bike, we trusted you to take care of it. Do you have any idea how much that cost? I'm sorry. Sorry isn't going to replace a $5,000 electric bike. How was I supposed to know it would get stolen? You two kept talking about how safe this town is than the city we moved here from. I was trusting your word. Don't try and blame this on us, young man. That is actually a terrible excuse. Our words don't excuse your lack of common sense, Gene. If we buy you a bike, you get a lock for it. You have your own bank card for a reason. If you knew you needed a lock on your first day, why didn't you just buy one instead of risking it for weeks? Mom brings her hand to her face, massaging the bridge of her nose. Dad starts pacing back and forth. The guilt building up in my stomach is starting to weigh me down to the point that I'm afraid to break the couch and fall through the floor. I sink deeper into guilt and the couch cushion alike. My face feels hot, my throat is tight. I think I might throw up. We moved here for you, Gene. Not only because we thought it was safe, but because it would give you a chance to attend a school without getting into trouble. Oh boy. Looks like we were wrong. I sit up immediately. What do you mean by that? What are you saying? I'm saying that as this kind of behavior keeps up, I don't think attending a public school is the right choice. It's probably best if you finish online instead. That's not fair. Dad, please tell her. Life isn't fair, Gene, and I have to agree with your mother. I think we'd have to hold your hand in your senior year, but if you can't be trusted to stay out of trouble, then maybe going back to online classes is the solution. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I mess up one time and now suddenly every bit of freedom I have is in jeopardy. All because of some bike. That stupid, stupid bike. That stupid ass bike. The sound of me slapping my hand over my mouth can't cover up what I just said. My inner thoughts became my outer thoughts at the worst possible time. But Mom and Dad turn at me before they can even go to your room. I already headed up the stairs. As soon as I shut my door, the knot in my stomach gets so tight it physically hurts. How could I have been so stupid? It's a $5,000 bike. Of course somebody would steal it if it wasn't locked up. I was hoping that this town was advertised as peaceful and serene as all the nature that surrounds it. But just like in the city, you just can't trust random strangers and hope they don't mug you. I sit on the edge of my bed, and a new feeling swells up inside of me. The knot in my stomach turns hot, and I can't help but clench my jaw. My palms are hurting from the fists I'm making, and my pillow looks pretty punchable right now. Just as soon as I'm ready to release my frustrations out, and the poor thing, the feeling is quickly replaced by pure exhaustion. I don't have the energy to do this right now. Instead of assaulting it, I collapse into my pillows, cool and embrace, and let the fatigue take me to sleep. You've reached the end of the demo. Hooray. Man, don't leave me blue balled. Right on the cliffhanger. Alright, that was really good. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this. What was it? A little over an hour on the first playthrough. Straight into this for another. So, yeah, damn, they were like very generous. Like, what, like almost three and a half fucking hour long demo? They got a lot of work on this put in. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. I like the characters. I definitely am anticipating all the drama that's gonna fucking happen here when we cockblock the shit out of fucking Cade with Taylor, because that's gonna happen. You bet your ass that's gonna happen. Standing up to the parents, that's gonna be a tough one. The money. Once again, you're the rich kid in the small country town. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna go places. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna need it in my life. Definitely support the creators for Take Me With You. And to the creators, this was a thoroughly enjoying game. I liked all of it. I like what you're doing with the game. I like the direction it's going. I like the characters. I like their design.